knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Peace to all of God. Super excited. Your brother, Gademshe. Let's tune in. I was talking to my mom, the Divine Queen herself, and I'm always prompted because I'm listening really good. I like to stand at the door of my consciousness because the spirit I am, the quality consciousness of God, is always inviting life into this moment. If we're listening, if we're waiting, if we're knowing and applying the impulse of spirit, you know. So this is what it was. It was like, what's the whole thing with knowledge, understanding, and wisdom? Because if there was all the same thing, then it'd be good to just say what it was so that we can all just have that. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't like, counting all the things. Can we just have one thing that has everything? Cool. This is called spirit, the one thing that has everything. Let's tune into what knowledge is. And we're going to move through this in such a delightful way. So knowledge, I would term it as awareness of something, awareness of what this is, like what this is. I don't know the terms and everything, but the awareness of it. My alfalfa saying what's up. But the awareness of it will be the term of what it is. So let's talk about something that we all know, because can't tell y'all what the name of this plant are. And plant names, I don't got those. But y'all know what an automobile is? Yeah, we call that a car. So let's focus on the knowledge of a car. What is a car? You know what a car is, right? You sit in a car all the time. But your level of oversight in what a car is a little bit different than a mechanic's. Because a mechanic is going to tell you the how, which is the understanding. So the what is reflected in the knowledge of, the awareness of. Knowledge reflects the awareness. The what? The car. The mechanics of the car. The how of the car. The way in which the car operates. This is called the understanding. The understanding allows for the individual who's oversighting to have the process of the what. See, everything is in motion in life. Life is motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are always ebbing and flowing into the new, into the new, into the new. And when we understand the level of process in our own lives, it makes it so much easier to understand the process of everything. Or vice versa, everything can show you the process of you. So the understanding is the how, the modality of what is moving, which parts do what. So the understanding that the mechanic is going to have is going to be around the axle of the car, the one in the front and the one in the back that holds the four wheels in alignment. It's going to be also know about the wheeling alignment. It's going to know about the steering wheel. It's going to know about the spark plugs and the brakes, the pads on the brakes. You're going to know about the type of bolt that's used to tighten the brakes. You understand? The understanding comes from the process and knowing the process. And that is what understanding is. To know something is not to have it in mind as a thought, which is the knowledge of. To know something is to understand the frequency and the movement of it. So to know the heart and to understand the heart are two different conversations. To know the heart is to say, the heart pumps blood. To understand the heart is to say, I feel what you're saying. Because the words is only windows into what is being shared. And, there's a lot more detail to go into with that. That's a whole that's a whole life conversation by itself. So let's continue a little bit more onward into this conversation. I hope you guys are very clear on the knowledge and the understanding being the process of the knowledge itself. So many insights want to come through next. Hold on. I'll go ahead and say faith is knowledge of the process. And the process we're going to learn more of in the next video. But So let's focus on this car here. We got the knowledge of the car. We have the process of how the car operates. What operates within the car that allows for the car to be operational, for it to provide the service in which it does from A to B. The service is transportation. And here comes the wisdom. It's the purpose. Because if you have the feeling tones of the how and the qualities of thought that's involved for that knowledge, then the only thing left is to apply that by which you know. And this is wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge governed through understanding, because you cannot apply something that you don't know how to do. So it's like, yes, I'm going to do, but then how? So this is just the process of these three terms and how they all reflect the same quality, which is thought, but the way in which they reflect the quality is in the stage in their development. So very much like the womb of a woman, if you like to see, you could understand the sperm and the egg just as terms. This is the knowledge. The process is the understanding. Well, how did those two get to the same place? This is where the understanding is. That's the how. You understand? Then now you have the what, the how, and the product. I'm trying to figure out what the last term should be. I feel like it's the product or it's the fruit. Let's call it that way. I like that one because I like being at home, you know what I'm saying? Nature, yeah. So the fruit of that is going to be a child. That's the application of wisdom and knowing the dynamic of what your seed and what your seed egg does, or what the purpose of it is. What understanding do you have? You feel me? Because I feel like a lot of people might know about how to put these things together, but they don't know why they're supposed to, or if they're supposed to, or why it seems like they're supposed to. There's a lot of supposed, you know, but there's not a lot of understanding. There's not a lot of principle and not a lot of intentionality, because the Matrix don't promote that. The Matrix only promote what and because I said so. So most people do things because they've been told without having understanding or feeling tones of why they should do that. Just because they got the advice, just because someone else said, just because someone else. That's not the way to go. When I find the wisdom, it's coming through the dynamic of my own understanding. Because without my own understanding, I feel like I don't know. Because you can't know something from concept alone. That's like trying to talk about how someone feels from overhearing their conversation without actually talking to them. So this is a challenge. So that, with that being stated, you want to definitely have the feeling tone of understanding through the dynamic of truly knowing, not through thinkings, but through actual tangible understanding. It's a substance in which you base your functionality upon is your own understanding. So if I'm going to select salad and I'm going to start the day off with key limes in my water and I'm going to you have to overstand when you watch somebody doing things you don't know, they understand something you might not. You feel me? And that's all of that. But yeah, I feel like this was something I really wanted to share with the fam, and especially because it resonated so good with the queen herself. I knew that it was the time for y'all to get this one too. So peace to all of God. I love all of ourselves, and I want to let y'all know I got so many videos. This one is done here on May 2nd, and I hope that this one goes up soon because I done made so many videos in April and I ain't posting junk. So stay tuned for some videos that I'm just going to be posting, and they're just going to be showing up because this is all of our stuff. Peace to all of God. I'll talk to y'all.